What up, Xavier? How's it going, young fella? What's up, Xavier? How are you doing, young fella?
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Oilers. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Ryan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Ryan. Past the 20. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now Ryan on second down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Sheldon Rankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. Now Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Forbath will put this one through. On the road, you get 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter. and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weaver. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Houston. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down. Weaver. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Lambo will put this one through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. This is Mohammed. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll run it with Bell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, it's Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun. Weaver is going to let this one go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, Uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Ryan now to throw on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Ha!
Off the play fake. Weber. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Weber. And this is going to be incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll pitch it out to Bell. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
There we go. Hey, Tuesday.
Now it's Ryan.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And it's taken in at the 9. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got a man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back to throw. Weaver. Smith catches left side. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy complete.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Off play action. Weaver. They'll roll him out, and he's going to go down again. Emerson Griffin. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Weaver. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing to start the drive. Weber. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Off the play fake. Weber. He's going to sling this deep down. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Weber looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
To throw on 2nd down, Weber. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Weber. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Nick Perry able to drop him for a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Lambo will put this one through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now Ryan on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. The 20. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Zach Ertz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Forbath, the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Forbath out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weber looking deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Ryan to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long, it's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Weaver. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run with Muhammad, and he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Now a play fake here on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. To throw on second down, Weaver. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he doesn't have a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Gun! Set! 319! 319!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, Ryan. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
The give is to Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Michael Crabtree, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st and 10, Weaver. He's got Fuller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Set! Blue 90!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weaver being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Watch him now, Barney! Gun!
On 3rd down, Weaver. It finds his target, Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down.
Gun!
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. First down, Weaver stepping up. He's going to keep it, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. throw. Weaver. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. Third down here.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Allen has it, left side. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards.
Detroit!
Throwing on first down. Weaver. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a